Let's be honest. Reading classics can be really intimidating. The old language, the long sentences, the complicated words, it just feels like school again. But classics can actually be very enjoyable if you approach them the right way. First, know yourself. What topics do you actually care about? It can be romance, politics, philosophy, drama. Classics has it all. There is definitely one book for you. You just have to really know what you're interested in. Don't force yourself to read a classic just because it's a classic. That's the wrong way to go about it. If it's popular and you just want to try it, but you're intimidated, that's not the best way to start. If you like romance, you can read Jane Eyre, for example, politics, The Art of War, comedy, Don Quixote. If you like Greek mythology, for example, if you find it interesting, you don't have to start with the Iliad. You can start with Agamemnon. It's shorter, but still Greek mythology, and you'll take a lot from it. So that's step one. Next, I like to search up the time period that this book was written in, the author, main points of the book, just to get me warmed up in a way to what I'm about to read. I think that's very important, and that has helped me a lot understand what is going on, especially if the language is complicated. There's a lot of things you might miss if you don't search up beforehand what it is about. Just as if you were learning a new language, don't search up every word that you don't understand. That's going to make it a lot more complicated for you, and it's going to feel very overwhelming. So, you don't need to do that. Just, you don't need to do that for every word, at least. If by the end of the paragraph you don't understand what happened, then you should summarize what that passage is about and search up a couple words. Other than that, don't search up any word yet, unless it's recurring. You should definitely do those. Sometimes I will even search up summaries so that I can understand what is going on, because this book was written for the people of that time period in that set place, which we were not there. So we could use help from other people that have read it and have summarized it. I find that really, really helpful. These summaries can come these summaries can come from YouTube or SparkNotes. You find what works for you. I'm a visual learner, so I like to read a summary. And third step, please, please, please annotate while you're reading. So important for you to capture what you're confused about, what you took from it, and what you're feeling at the moment that you're reading. That's what makes you connect to the book, and it helps you retain the information that is being given to you. Please annotate. Tip number 4 is setting the mood. The biggest hurdle is our idea that reading classics is hard. So make it enjoyable. Whether that means having a cup of coffee while you're reading in the morning or a cup of tea at night with your reading, some music in the background, You can even look up music for the type of mood that the book has, so it can make it more enjoyable. And it will help making it feel less like homework and much more like something you actually enjoy. Also, classics make you feel much more confident. Not necessarily to brag, but it reading classics helps you connect so many things. When you start reading classics, you start seeing connections everywhere. You start to understand movies, other books, even memes when you start reading the classics. And you'll see how long phrases and ideas go back. And once you start with one classic and you feel confident with it, you'll feel other classics uh, much easier to digest. Here are, here are 5 classics that are my personal favorites, and I suggest you start with. I love I love Jane Eyre, Pedro Páramo, 100 Years of Solitude, Animal Farm. Oh my god, that is one of my favorites. Please read that. Fahrenheit 451 is amazing. Highly recommend. Please don't feel intimidated reading classics. It's something you can definitely become comfortable with, and you'll be surprised at how things from 200 years ago, the people, their problems, are what we live through today. You can connect with people from 200 plus years ago. Can you believe that? Classics remind you that people have always questioned life, love, and purpose. Start reading classics and you might be surprised. It might become your favorite book. Please let me know what classics you're thinking of starting. I would love to hear because I know I have a enormous list of classics I want to read before I die, and I will definitely talk about that later. So please share that with me. I am very interested. I hope that you enjoyed the video, that you took something away from it, and have a nice day. See you next time.